My mother kept a memory box for me. I just found out it's not a record of my life, but a tomb for the one she gave away. It was supposed to be a sweet nostalgic afternoon. I was helping her pack up my childhood home, and we found a heavy cedar chest in the back of her closet. That's your memory box, sweetie, she said, her eyes getting misty. Everything important from the day you were born. I expected to find my first pair of shoes, my kindergarten drawings, maybe a lock of baby hair, and at first that's what I saw, but then, underneath my bronze baby shoes, I found a hospital bracelet. It had my birthday on it, but the name was wrong. The last name was one I'd never seen before. Mom, what's this? I asked, holding it up. She froze just for a second, but it was long enough. Oh, that must be a mistake from the hospital, honey. They were so disorganized. Her laugh was brittle. I kept digging, my blood went cold. I found a photo. It was of two babies, identical, lying side by side in a hospital bassinet. We were swaddled in the same pink blanket. One of the babies had a tiny, almost invisible ink dot on her hand. My voice was shaking. There were two of us. Don't be silly, she said, snatching the photo. Your father and I just took a lot of pictures that day. You were so precious. But the denial was unraveling. The box was telling a different story. There was a set of two identical silver rattles, but only one showed any signs of use. The other was still pristine, wrapped in its original tissue paper. There was a stack of letters from a lawyer dated the year I was born, discussing an amicable agreement and future correspondence. The final piece was a birthday card tucked into a small envelope at the very bottom. It was from my father, who passed away 10 years ago. I knew his handwriting instantly. It read, "To my two perfect girls on your first birthday. Daddy loves you both, always and forever." I laid the card on the floor between us. The silence was deafening. Finally, my mother broke, not with a shout, but with a sob that seemed to come from the deepest part of her soul. She confessed everything. They were young, terrified, and struggling financially when they found out they were having twins. The doctor told them one of us, my sister, had a minor heart condition that would require expensive care. They couldn't possibly afford a family. Friends of my grandparents couldn't have children of their own. They were wealthy and offered to adopt one of the babies, promising to give her the best medical care and a life my parents could only dream of providing. So they made an impossible choice. They chose me, the healthy one. This box wasn't a memory box. It was a shrine. Every year on our birthday, my mother would buy two gifts, one for me and one for the daughter. She never knew which she would quietly place in this chest. The pristine rattle, a tiny prom-style corsage, a graduation tassel from the local high school she imagined she would have attended. I looked at my mother, her face streaked with tears, and I didn't see a liar. I saw a woman who had been grieving for 30 years, my entire life. I thought I was an only child. Now I know I've only ever been one half of a whole.